Good day. So let's proceed with a new discussion, so which is inequalities. So an equation is a statement of equality such as x equals 2. So alam natin na equation siya kasi the statement has an equal sign. Okay? But when we say an inequation, so which is basically an opposite or the opposite lang ng equation. So it is a statement of inequality, so such as x is less than 2. So meron tayong ganitong symbol, no? Either greater than or less than or greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. So the solution to a linear equation is a single point on the number line. So pag sinabi mong x is equal to 2, so yan lang yung sagot, no? 2 lang mismo yung sagot. So strictly 2. But if we're talking about inequations or inequalities, so the solution to an inequation is a portion on the number line. So gaya nito, if we say x is less than 2, so we consider all values of x that are less than 2. So gaya ng 1, -1, so 0, and so on and so forth. So lahat ng mga numbers na less than 2, so that will make this inequation statement true. So let's see the number line diagram. So we have these different types of statements, not of inequations or inequalities. So we say x is greater than 2, so having the symbol, of course. So when we show that on the number line diagram, so ito yung number line, no? So from -10 to 10, but you can extend it however you like. So since x is greater than 2, so you will draw a line, no? Magdodraw ka ng line that spans all numbers for x that is greater than 2. So as you can see from 2 dito sa number line, so nag-draw siya ng line extending towards numbers that are greater than 2. Pero makikita ninyo dito sa may point na exactly 2 yung value ng x. So yung circle natin is unshaded. Okay? So meron tayong unshaded na circle. Or tinatawag na open circle. So note that an open circle placed over the 2 indicates that 2 is not included. Okay? So in the statement, x is greater than 2, hindi kasali yung number na 2 to make the statement true. So substitute natin yun, no? Let's say 2 nga yung value and then we place it on the statement. So ang statement magiging siyang 2 is greater than 2. So which is a false statement, no? So hindi naman mas malaki yung 2 kesa sa 2. So, kasi pantay lang sila, no? They are equal lang. But we cannot say that the number 2 is greater than. So x cannot be equal to 2, no? So to be appropriate or to be fitting in this statement. So kaya maglalagay tayo ng open circle stating na hindi kasali si 2. So when we have this symbol naman, no, x is greater than or equal to 2. So lahat ng numbers na greater than 2, nakasali yung 2 kasi we're going to or we have already included sa symbol niya na pwede din siyang maging equal sa 2. So now yung 2, ano na siya dito, closed or solid circle na siya. So to indicate nakasali yung number 2, no? So when we say, or if we let x to be equal to 2, so that will become 2 is greater than or equal to 2. So which is a true statement kasi pasok siya sa equal to dito. Now ito naman, x is less than 2. So you plot or you draw a line across all values wherein x is with all values na less than 2. Yan, yung mga range ng values na to. You can go onwards pa dyan, no? Up until -infinity if we go to the left. And then dito naman, we can go towards positive infinity. So let's try a value that is, ano nga, spanning across this line. So let's say -4. So tama nga naman yun. -4 is less than 2. It is a true statement. As you can see, mga hindi kasali dito, syempre, hindi yan gagana sa statement natin. So let's say 8 yung nilagay natin. So 8 less than 2, that is not a true statement. So walang kasali somewhere here no, na mga numbers that are greater than 2. So kasi ano lang tayo, no, less than lang yung statement natin. Next, kung ano nga, less than or equal siya to 2. So same lang, but then you include the number 2 na sa ano natin, sa diagram. So i-close circle mo na siya. Dito open pa siya, no, kasi less than lang yung statement natin. So we also have additional definitions. So dito meron tayong tinatawag na compound or double inequality dito, no? So compound or double inequality. So when you say this one, no, or when we encounter this statement, we can read it like this, no? So babasahin mo muna siya dito. So this means that x is greater than 0, no? So kasi yung arrow, nagpo-point siya sa 0. So meaning yung x daw, mas malaki yung value niya sa 0. Or 0 is less than x. So meaning x is greater than 0. And then you read it dito naman sa side na to. So x is less than 2. So that means the statement is that x is greater than 0 but less than 2. So ano yung mga numbers na yan, no? Wherein, ano kayong mga numbers na greater than 0 siya pero less than 2? So if you draw the number diagram or the number line diagram, gaya niyan. So yung mga numbers na greater than 0, so now start ka na sa ano niyan, no? Sa 0 dito. Pero sa 0 magki-create ka ng ano no, ng solid line ay ng open line ay ng open circle. So kasi hindi kasali yung 2. So wala kasi siyang ano no, equal to symbol sa ilalim. So mas malaki daw sa 0, no? So meaning we go to the right of 0 kasi greater than 0. Pero less than 2 daw siya. So meaning sa 2 gawa tayo ng open circle ulit. Tapos going to the left. And as you can see, magi-intersect ngayon yung greater than 0 kanina, tsaka yung less than 2. So ngayon we have this, ano na, no, line, okay, on the number line diagram. So stating the range of values that are greater than 0 but less than 2. So ang range lang na yon is between 0 to 2 lang. So lahat ng numbers na between 0 and 2, papasok sa statement na to of double inequality or compound inequality. So let's say yung 1, no? So pwede yung 1 sa statement. So 0 is, ano no? 0 is less than 1, tama yon. And then 1 is less than 2, tama rin yun. Pwede rin 1.5, no? So pasok pa rin naman yung statement natin dito. So as long as you are between the range of 0 to 2. So and then dito lang, same lang din siya pero same lang din itong statement na to sa una. Pero meron lang siyang equal to symbol dito. So meaning nito, lahat ng values ng x between 2 and 2, so 2 hanggang 2, or -2 hanggang +2, pero kasali yung -2. Pwede natin siyang isali sa statement. Okay? So meaning instead of x, I can write -2. So -2 is less than or equal to -2. Tama yon kasi meron tayong equal to dito. And then -2 is less than 2. So tama yon, no? Kasi positive to. Mas malaki yung positive kaysa sa negative. Next is the term absolute inequality. So that is true for all real values of the variables involved. So for example, we have this statement, no? So a minus b quantity squared is greater than -1. So when we declare this statement, no, this holds true for all real values of a and b. Okay? Since the square of any real number is positive or zero. So tama nga naman, di ba? If nag-square tayo ng isang value, so yung value in square mo, it will always be a positive number. Okay? So of course, any positive number, automatic greater na yan, no? Sa isang negative value. So that means kahit anong value ang ipasok ko sa letter A tsaka sa letter B, kahit ano pang real number yan. So this statement will always be true. Okay? So therefore, absolute yung tawag natin sa kanya. Absolute inequality. So kahit anong value ang ipasok ko, magiging true lagi yung statement. Next is a conditional inequality. So this will only, or this holds only for particular values lang of the variables involved. Okay? So kuwari, x minus 5 is greater than 3. This is your statement. So this will be only true if x is greater than 8 lang. So let's say naglagay tayo ng 8.5 dito, which is greater than 8, no? So 8.5 minus 5 is greater than 3. So simplify natin yung 8.5 minus 5. This will be 3.5 greater than 3. So which is a true statement. Pero if naglagay na ako ng value na less than 8, no? Na hindi greater than 8, let's say 7 dito. 7 minus 5 is greater than 3. So this simplifies to 2 is greater than 3. So which is a false statement. Okay? So meaning, hindi lahat ng values pwede mong i-substitute sa x dito to make it true. No? So hindi lahat ng values. Pero dito sa absolute inequality, kahit anong value ang ilagay mo, pwede siya. Now, the inequalities here, so if you come across two inequalities dito, A is greater than B and C is greater than D. So since both of these statements have the same symbol, no? Para silang greater than. So ang tawag natin doon, same sense. Kung magkaiba sila, greater than yung isa, less than yung isa, may opposite sense sila. So pag sinabing sense, parang lang to, no? Direction lang. So same direction of the signs, no? So let's have the principles of inequalities. So important to. So when we perform operations regarding inequalities. So the sense of an inequality is unchanged if each side is increased or decreased by the same real number. Okay, so if nag-add daw ako or nag-subtract ng something sa both sides ng inequality, so hindi magbabago yung sign ng inequality sign natin. So it follows that any term may be transposed. No? So from one side of an inequality to the other, so provided that the sign of the term is changed. Okay? So for instance, meron tayong statement A is greater than B. Ngayon, if nag-add daw ako or nag-subtract ng something, let's say C, tapos in-add ko rin siya sa kabilang side, then the statement is still true pa din. No? So provided that the difference between A and B is greater than 0. So let's say maglagay tayo ng value sa A and B. Sabihin natin 5 is greater than 3. So true naman yung statement na to, no? 5 is greater than 3. Tapos yung difference pa ng 5 and 3 is greater than 0, no? Kasi 5 minus 3 is 2. Tapos true pa rin yung statement. So now if nag-add daw ako ng something sa left side, let's say 5 plus 1, or nag-subtract man ng something, so dapat i-add mo rin daw siya sa kabila. So meaning 3 plus 1. So pag ginawa ko to, magiging true pa rin naman yung statement. So this will become 6 is greater than 4. So okay lang mag-add sa isang side ng inequality basta i-add mo rin siya sa kabilang side. So meaning you can perform transposition. No? Pwede kang maglipat-lipat ng numbers from left to right. So may kita rin natin yun mamaya. Or sige, pakita na rin natin. No? So let's say 5 is greater than 3. Gusto ko mag-transpose ng 1 sa kabilang side. Okay? So may siyang 4 plus 1, no? Greater than 3. Tapos gusto ko daw ilipat tong, ay hindi, ano na lang pala. Let's say x minus 1 is greater than 3. So pwede ko daw itong i-transpose sa, ano no, sa kabilang side. Okay? So meaning yung x minus 1, yung negative 1 may lipat sa kanan, and then this will become x is equal to x is greater than 3 plus 1. So provided that the sign of the term is changed kapag nagta-transpose ka. So x is greater than 4. So next, number 2. So the sense of an inequality is unchanged if each side is multiplied or divided by the same positive number. So if we have, again, the statement A is greater than B, and gusto kong mag-multiply or divide ng some value K that is positive, no? So pag positive, meaning greater than 0, then I can multiply K both sides or divide K both sides. So okay lang yan. So 12 is greater than 8. Gusto ko siyang i-divide both sides by 4. So okay lang yon. So 12 over 4, that is 3. 8 over 4, that is 2. So 3 is greater than 2. Ano pa rin siya, no? Correct statement pa din siya. From our initial statement, nag 12 greater than 8. So true pa rin naman yung statement. Or if 5 greater than 3, gusto kong mag-multiply ng 2 both sides, pwede yon. So this will become 10 is greater than 6. So true pa rin naman yung statement. So next naman dito si 3. So the sense of an inequality will be reversed ngayon. Okay, so kanina sa 1 and 2 dito, unchanged sila. Ngayon, we have this one. So the sense will be reversed. So meaning mag-iiba yung direction ng inequality sign mo if each side is multiplied or divided by the same negative number. Sa kanina kasi dito, unchanged siya kung yung minultiply mo or yung dinivide mo, positive number. So pag negative na yan yung times mo or dinivide mo, magbabago dapat yung sign ng inequality mo. So kumare, yun nga, no? 5 is greater than 3. Let's say, yun nga, mag-multiply ako ng negative number. And hindi ko babaguhin yung sign na to. Tignan natin, no? So, negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. So, as you can see, kung hindi mo babaguhin yung signage niya or yung sense niya, mamali yung statement na to. Negative 5 is not greater than negative 3. Okay? So, mali yung statement na yun. So, if you're going to reverse the sign, so using this rule, number 3, so magiging tama yung statement, no? Negative 5, mas konti yun. Ay, mas, ano yun? Mas less yun, no? Or less than yun sa negative 3. So, ganun din if you divide it, no? Or division of negative numbers, magbabago rin yung symbol niya. Or mag-change yung symbol niya. So, from a greater than symbol dito, maglagay silang less than, no? Nung dinivide mo ng negative number. Or any number less than 0. Next is number 4. So, if A is greater than B, and then we introduce a number n, no? So, all of these numbers are greater than 0. Then, if you raise the exponent, pare A, tas nag-raise ka ng exponent n, dapat magre-raise ka rin ng exponent n sa kabilang side. So, para true pa rin yung statement natin if we're going to still use the greater than symbol. So, kunwari, 5 is greater than 3. So, if I square both sides, yan, true pa rin yung statement. 25 is still greater than 9. Pero, magre-reverse yung ano natin, yung sign natin, if nag-raise ka ng negative exponents. Okay? So, magre-reverse din siya if you took the reciprocals no, on both sides. So, 5 is greater than 3. Let's say, ni-reciprocal mo siya, may siyang 1/5 plus 1/3. So, mamali yung statement na to, no? Kasi mas konti yung 1/5 kaysa sa 1/3. So, therefore, you have to change the sign. Magre-reverse ka ng sign. Or if nag-raise ka ng negative exponent, 5 negative 2 greater than 3 raised to negative 2, this will become 1 over 25, 1 over 9. So, mali itong statement din na to. So, should be dapat i-reverse mo siya. So, if we have two statements here, A is greater than B and C is greater than D, then pag pinag-plus ko daw yung dalawang A plus C, it will always be greater than B plus D. So, let's say 5 is greater than 3 dito. Tapos dito, 2 is greater than 1. So, meaning pag pinag-plus ko yung A tsaka yung C, so 5 plus 2 is greater than B plus D. So, 3 plus 1. So, this leads to 7 is greater than 4. Which is tama naman yun. So, kumbaga, pinag-plus mo yung mga malalaking number, no? Tapos pinag-plus mo yung dalawang maliliit na number. So, syempre, mas lalaki lalo yung yung left side mo or yung pinag-plus mo ng dalawang malaki. Of course, mas malaki yon. And then, if A is dito na pala tayo. If A is greater than B, and then greater than 0 sila, no? So, meaning positive sila. And C is greater than D, greater than 0 then. So, then A times C is greater than B times D. So, if 5 is greater than 3, and 2 is greater than 1. Tinimes ko yung A and C. So 5 times 2 should be greater than 3 times 1. So 10 is greater than 3. So true pa rin yung statement natin. Now let's solve inequations, no? So the technique for solving inequations is to just imagine that in place of the inequality sign, there is a unequal sign. And then you solve the inequation as if it were just an equation. So except that in the place of the equal sign, keep the original inequality sign unless the special cases apply. So gaya ng mga to. Yung kapag nag-multiply ka at saka nag-divide ng negative number, or if nag-reciprocal ka, magbabago yung ano mo, no, inequality sign mo. Mag-opposite direction siya. So pag nagsisolve ng inequations, parang nagsisolve ka lang ng ano lang, no, ng equations. So imbis na equal sign lang siya, inequality sign lang siya. So let's try that here, no. So find all values of x that satisfy the inequality 6x minus 7 is greater than 3x plus 5. So let's write down the equation or the inequation dito or the inequality. So para ma-solve mo daw yan, so imaginein mo itong inequality sign, so parang equal sign lang yan. So and then isolve mo lang siya as if it were an equation lang. No? So dito pwede tayo mag-transpose daw, no, from our properties of inequalities kanina. So pwede natin i-transpose lahat ng may x variable sa left side. So lahat ng constant nasa right side. So this becomes 6x minus 3x and then greater than or equal positive 5 and then magiging positive 7 to pag nilipat. 6 minus 3 is 3. 5 plus 7 is 12. And then divide both sides by 3. So since nag-divide naman ako ng positive number, so hindi magbabago yung sign ng inequality ko. So answer is x is greater than 4. So meaning kahit anong number ng x, basta greater than or equal to 4, isa-substitute ko siya dito, magiging tama lagi yung inequality na to. So for instance, let's choose a number greater than or equal to 4. Let's say 5. So 6 times 5 minus 7 is greater than or equal 3 times 5 plus 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 minus 7 is 23. Greater than or equal 3 times 5 is 15 plus 5 is 20. So tama yung statement. Next, find all values a that satisfy the inequality. 3 times a minus 4 is less than 5 times a plus 5. So we can perform distribution dito. Distribute mo yung positive 3 sa a minus 4 tapos yung positive 5 sa a plus 5. So bigyan siyang 3a minus 12 less than 5a plus 25. And then ganun lang din, no? Transpose, so let's say lahat ng a sa left side, lahat ng constant nasa right side. So 3a minus 5a na siya nun. Dito may siyang 25 plus 12. So 3 minus 5a, this becomes 2a is less than 37. And then dividing both sides by 2, or by negative 2. So dito, as you can see, nag-divide tayo ng negative number. So since nag-divide ka ng negative number, so magre-reverse yung signage natin. So greater than na siya ngayon. So negative 37 over 2. So meaning this, inequality only holds true for all values of a that is greater than negative 37 over 2. So which is around, ano yan, no? negative 18.5, I think. So, dapat pipili ka lang ng A that is greater than negative 18.5 for this statement to be true. So, next, find all values x that satisfy the compound inequality. Okay? So, compounding inequality nga kasi sa isang statement, may dalawang inequality sign ka. So, in this case, no, since dalawa yan, if magta-transpose ka, so kasi ang gagawin lang natin is to find x. So, dapat matanggal natin yung positive 3. So, ina-isolate natin yung x. So, if we're going to remove positive 3 dito, so ita-transpose mo siya both on the left side as well as on the right side. No? Simultaneous yun, no? Na i-transpose mo siya. Or in other words, no, if gusto mong tanggalin yung positive 3, magma-minus 3 ka dito sa gitna. Pero pag nag-minus 3 ka sa gitna, dapat magma-minus 3 din siya sa left tsaka sa right side. Okay? So, yan. Naging 7 minus 3 dito. Is 23 minus 3 din dito. However, dito, 4x na lang siya. Kasi na-subtract na siya ng 3. So, 7 minus 3 is 4. 23 minus 3 is 20. And then divide both sides or divide all sides by 4. 4 over 4 is 1, and then 20 over 4 is 5. So, this is now the answer. So, pwede ka daw mamili ng values ng x between 1 to 5 lang. Including 1, no? So, 1 inclusive. Next, let's have absolute value equations muna, no? So, we'll have absolute value equations before we get to absolute value inequations. So, this is just a review for absolute value functions. So, when we say the absolute value of a quantity, let's say P yun, no? Kukunin mo daw yung absolute value niya. That is the distance of that value P from the origin on a number line. So take note, no, that we always use a positive value for distance. So walang negative distance. So let's consider the following on the number line. So we have the number line ulit dito, no? From this, we can get the following values for absolute value. When we say 2, or the absolute value of 2, ano raw yung distance ng number 2 mula sa origin? Take note, the origin of the number line is 0. Ito yung origin natin. So, ano raw yung distance ng number 2 sa 0? Ito yung 2. So, distance niya is from here to here, which is 2. Yun yung distance. So, therefore, the absolute value of 2 is just 2 lang din. Now, if we take the absolute value of negative 3, so ano daw yung distance ng negative 3 papunta sa origin? So, ito yung negative 3, ito yung origin. So, ano yung agwat nila? Ano yung distance nila? So, ang distance nila is 3 lang, no? 3. Pero hindi negative 3 yung distance nila. So, also, yung distance, ano siya, no? Scalar quantity lang yan. So, ano lang tayo, no? Positive values lang, magnitude lang yung kinukuha natin. So, therefore, if we take the absolute value of negative 3, 3 lang yung sagot niya. No? So, kumbaga, na-neglect yung negative sign. So, if 9 over 2 man yung in-absolute value mo, so 9 over 2 pa din siya, yung distance mo. So, this is the strict mathematical definition for absolute value. if we take the absolute value of something, so it can mean either two things dito. It is either P or negative P siya. Ngayon, may condition siya para maging P yung absolute value mo. So, para kapag tinake ko yung absolute value, P lang yung sagot. So, the restriction there is if P is greater than 0 or equal to 0. Or in other words, positive value. No? So, pag naglagay daw ako ng positive value sa loob ng, ng absolute value sign, so the answer is still P. Okay? Pero, it will become negative P if nag-substitute ako ng value na less than 0 sa loob ng absolute value dito. So, meaning negative number, no? So, pag naglagay daw ako ng negative value sa loob ng absolute value na, na symbol, ay ng negative value, so negative something. So, the answer will become negative P. Okay? So, let's have that more, let's explain that more concretely using examples. So, kuwari, nagpasok daw ako ng positive 4. So, since 4 is greater than 0, so the answer is just P, no? So, kung ano yung pinasok mo sa loob ng absolute value, yun din yung sagot niya, P. So, 4 din yung sagot. Nagpasok ako ng 4, ang sagot din is also 4. Pero if nagpasok ako ng negative number, so dito na tayo papasok nun sa formula na to. So, since negative 8 is less than 0, so kung yung pinasok ko, negative 8, ang mangyayari dyan is yung pinasok mo, ine-negative mo pa siya sa labas. Kasi negative P nga tayo eh. So, negative tapos kung ano yung pinasok mo, yung P. So, yung pinasok mo nga, negative 8. So, mag-negative 8 ka ulit dito. And of course, negative times negative, that is positive. So, therefore, pa naglagay daw ako ng negative sa loob ng absolute value, magiging positive yung sagot. Yan. So, one way to think of absolute value is that it takes a number and makes it positive. So, therefore, the answer to an absolute value, no, will always be greater than or equal to 0. Always positive. Laging positive yung sagot. Now, let's consider if naglagay daw ako ng value ng P sa loob ng absolute value, ang sagot daw is 4. So if we think of this from a geometric point of view, so this means that whatever P is, whatever the value of P is, must have a distance of 4 from the origin. Now, there are only two numbers, no, that have a distance of 4 from the origin. That is basically positive 4 and negative 4. So, if plot ko yung negative 4 tsaka positive 4 dito, so ito yung origin. So, parehas yan, no? May distance na 4. Mapa-positive man yan or negative 4. So, both of them have a distance of 4 away from the origin. So, therefore, there are two possible values of P, no? Sa equation na to. There are two possible values of P. That is positive 4 and negative 4. So, tama nga naman, absolute value of 4, 4 yun. Absolute value ng negative 4, 4 din yung sagot. Pero syempre, hindi na pwede yung ibang numbers, no? Gaya ng negative 8. So, hindi naman 4 yung distance ng negative 8 away from the origin. So, hindi pwede. So, strictly, P is equal to 4 or P is equal to negative 4 lang yung sagot. Now, we can do this for any positive number, not just 4, no? Kasi ito, example lang naman ito. So we're going to generalize, no? Not only 4. So this leads to the following general formula for equations involving absolute value. So now if we have this one, no, absolute value of P is equal to some value B. So syempre dapat yung B is greater than 0 kasi wala tayong negative distance. Then the answer to that equation is P is equal to B or P is equal to negative B. So kanina example natin is 4. So sinet natin yung B as 4. So kung 4 ito, then the answer is P is equal to 4 or P is equal to negative 4. Yun yung example natin kanina. So let's solve the equation. So absolute value of 1 minus 3t is equal to 20. So now using the general formula for absolute value equations, so ang sagot daw dito is either 1 minus 3t is equal to positive 20 or 1 minus 3t is equal to negative 20. So it's either positive lang siya or negative lang siya. So using this general formula kanina. Now we solve these two equations separately, no? So separate natin siyang isolve. So unahin muna natin to if positive 20 yung answer. So transpose. So negative 3t sa right side, yung 20 sa left side. So magiging positive to pag transpose sa right side and then this one will become negative 20. So 3t is equal to negative 19. So divide both sides by 3. So t is equal to negative 19 over 3. So this is one possible value, no, that will make this equation true. So the other is this one. So kung negative 20 siya, so transpose ulit. So 3t or negative 3t sa right side, negative 20 sa left side. So this will become positive 3t is equal to 1 plus 20, which is 21. Divide both sides by 3, so t is equal to 7. So you have now the solutions to the equation, no? So two values for x. So x is negative 19 over 3 or x is equal to 7. Either of the two, pag pinasok mo sa loob ng equation na to, it will always be true. Now let's solve the equation, absolute value of 10x minus 3 is equal to 0. If you analyze this from a geometric standpoint, this is saying that the quantity in the absolute value bars has a distance of 0 from the origin. So kasi nga equal to 0 eh. So there's only one number that has the property and that is 0 itself. So basically, ito lang siya nun, no? 10x minus 3 is equal to 0. Solve mo lang yung x. So transpose 3 on the right side. So this becomes 10x equals to 3. Divide both sides by 10 and that is 3 over 10. So in this case, you only have one solution to the equation. So 3 over 10 lang. Now, if we solve this equation, so absolute value of 5x plus 9 is equal to negative 3. So in this case, we noted previously that whatever value na ipasok natin sa P, the answer will always be a positive number. Kaso dineclare mo dito na dapat yung absolute value daw, pag tinake mo yung absolute value nito, yung sagot daw negative. No? Eh sabi nga natin, dapat yung sagot lagi ng isang absolute value should be positive. So what this means is hindi pwede to, no? So in other words, we cannot get a negative value out of the absolute value. So impossible yung equation na to. Okay? So this means there is no solution to this equation. So we cannot declare a value of x. So let's have more examples gaya nito. So ngayon yung naka-equate sa kanya, may halong variable. So again, using the general formula, can either mean two things, no? So 4x plus 3 is equal to positive 3 minus x. And then the other is that negative yung 3 minus x. So let's solve first for this equation. And then transpose tayo, no? So yung positive 3 lilipat natin dito sa right side. Yung negative x lipat natin sa left side. So it becomes 4x plus x is equal to 3 minus 3. So x is equal to 0 na yon, no? Kasi 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Kasi ito magiging 5x. 5x minus 0, o divide both sides by 5, 0 pa rin yung sagot. And then the other naman is what if negative yung 3 minus x. So we distribute the negative sign. So magta-times ka ng negative 1 on both terms. So this becomes negative 3, and then negative times negative x is positive x. And then transpose ulit. Ito lipat sa left side. So 4x minus x siya nun. Tapos itong positive 3 lipat sa kanan. So negative 3 minus 3. So 3x is equal to negative 6. So divide both sides by 3. That becomes x is equal to negative 2. So we have two solutions to the equation. So it is either x equal to 0 and x is equal to negative 2. So if you want to confirm, so let's confirm this one. Try natin siya. So 4 times negative 2 plus 3. So absolute value daw niyan is equal to 3 minus negative 2. 4 times negative 2, that is negative 8, plus 3, absolute value. 3 minus negative 2, that is 3 plus 2. Negative 8 plus 3, that is negative 5, absolute value. 3 plus 2 is positive 5. And we all know the absolute value of a negative number is still 5. So 5 equals 5. So tama yung statement. Or tama yung solution natin na x is equal to negative 2. So you try it for 0 naman, no? Now we're done with absolute value equations. Now let's advance further with absolute value inequalities. So for inequalities involving absolute value functions, we have two cases to look at. So first case, inequalities involving those that has those having less than symbols, less than. So let's consider the absolute value of a number p that is less than or equal to 4. So this says that no matter what p is, or no matter what the value of p is, it must have a distance of no more than 4 from the origin. So yung distance niya dapat mula sa origin should not be, or should be less than 4. Should be less than or equal to 4. So, if iisipin natin sa geometric standpoint, gaya nito, sa number line, ano yung mga numbers na pwede nating ilagay sa P, or pwede nating i-assign as letter P? So, wherein, ang distance niya is less than or equal to 4 lang from the origin. Okay? So, ano yung mga range ng values wherein yung distance nila sa origin is less than or equal to 4? So, imagine natin, or let's test a value wherein yung distance niya mula sa origin is less than or equal to 4. Let's say negative 3. So, si negative 3, ang distance niya away from the origin is 3. No? And as we all know, the distance 3 is less than 4. So, pwede yung negative 3. So, this is a possible value. No? Negative 3 is a possible value, or it is a value that will make this statement true. Ganon din si negative 2, no? Kung negative 2 naman, ang distance niya away from the origin is positive 2. So, pasok pa rin tayo sa statement dito. So, negative 1 man yan, ganon din yon. Positive 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, si negative 4 din, ganon din, no? We take negative 4, pinlat natin yung distance niya. Distance niya away from the origin is 4. So, pasok pa rin siya sa statement. No? So, 4 is still less than or equal to 4. So, ngayon, pumili ka ng numbers such as negative 7. Let's say positive 7 dito. So, yung distance ng 7 away from the origin is now 7. But 7, ang requirement lang natin dapat less than 4. But 7 is not less than 4. So, hindi natin pwedeng piliin yung 7 to our set of values. So, actually, ang restriction lang dyan would become all values ng P between negative 4 and positive 4. So, dito lang, no, sa range na to. So, between this range from negative 4 to positive 4, lahat ng numbers in between dyan, ang distance nila away from the origin is less than or equal to 4. So, ito yun. So, this means that P must be somewhere in the range negative 4 to positive 4. So, lahat ng numbers, no, sa area na to, lahat yan may distance away from the origin that is less than 4. Lahat ng numbers dito, malayo na yung distance nila. Greater than 4 na yung distance nila from the origin. For this particular example lang naman. So we could have a similar inequality with the less than symbol and get a similar result. So kasi ang symbol natin is less than or equal to. So kung palitan man natin yan ng less than symbol, same lang naman yung process. So it will become 4 less than P less than 4. Okay? So therefore, if we generalize it to a certain number, so imbis na 4, gawin natin B. So if B is greater than 0, then the range of values for P is between negative B and positive B. So ganun din kung less than lang yung symbol mo, no? So magiging less than lang yung symbol dito. So let's solve this absolute value inequality. So less than symbol tayo. So less than 10. So according to this formula, i-apply natin to dito. Okay, so i-apply natin to. So negative B, P, positive B. Okay? So ngayon yung B ko magiging 10. Tapos yung P ko is yun yung 2x minus 4. Yun yung pinasok ko sa loob ng square, ay ng absolute value. So therefore, we use this compound inequality. So instead na P, this will become 2x minus 4. And then 10 dito, since may negative dyan, so negative 10. And then this one will become positive 10. So now, compound inequality tayo dito. So may minus 4 ako dito. So again, I'm solving for x niyan, no? So I will isolate x. So transpose ko yung negative 4 sa left tsaka sa right side. So this will become negative 10 plus 4. Tapos dito, 10 plus 4. Negative 10 plus 4, that is negative 6. Ito naman, 14. So divide 2 on all sides or on all terms. So since nag-divide ako ng positive number, so walang pagbabago sa signage natin. Answer is negative 3 less than x, and then x is less than 7. So the inequality holds true for all values of x between -3 and 7 exclusive. So we have the so-called interval notation for this solution. No? So which is -3, 7. So ito iba to sa coordinates. No? So this is not a coordinate. So in the context of an absolute value inequality, so itong uh, parenthesis at -3 comma 7, so hindi siya coordinate. It is an interval notation. So sabihin lang nito, all values between 3 and, right, all values between -3 and 7. Tapos, since hindi included si -3 and si -7, kasi nga less than symbol lang tayo, so lalagyan natin siya ng parenthesis sa ends nila. So, hindi sila kasali kasi, yun nga no, x is less than, ay x is greater than -3. So, hindi kasali yung -3. Kasi walang equal to symbol sa inequality sign natin. Ganun din dito, no? So, walang equal to symbol. So, hindi kasali yung 7 sa solution. So, parenthesis sign lang siya dito. Now, let's solve this inequality. So, again, ganun lang din, no? Yung general formula. So, magiging -5, tas +5 sa kabila. And then sa gitna is yung nasa loob ng absolute value. So, and then, kung ano yung signage dito, kakopyahin mo lang yung signage dyan. So, now what I will do is to transpose +3 sa left tsaka sa right simultaneously. So, it will become -3. So, -5 minus 3, that is -8. 5 minus 3, that is +2. So, now divide all sides by -2. So, but since nag-divide ako ng -2, nag-divide ako ng negative, magbabago yung direction ng ano natin, ng inequality signs natin. So, therefore, ito yung sagot natin yan, no? 8/2, that is 4. Negative, divided by negative, magiging positive. Pero dito, 2 divided by -2, that is -1. So, therefore, the solution set is -1 through 4. So, meaning nito, lahat ng values were in 4 is greater than z, no? So, that includes 4 kasi may equal to sign tayo. Tsaka all values ng z that is greater than or equal to -1. So, let's try to plot this on the numbers, number line. Ting 0, ting -1. Tapos 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, lahat daw ng values ng z, so z-axis niya nito, lahat ng values ng z na greater than or equal to 1. So, kasali yung -1 nun kasi equal to 1. Ay, equal to -1. So, lahat ng values greater than -1. Tapos dito daw, lahat ng values wherein z is less than 4. So, itong 4 greater than z, pwede ko siyang i-translate as, kung babaligtarin ko silang dalawa, this will be the same as z is less than or equal to 4. Okay? So, ngayon lahat daw ng values ng z that is less than 4, including 4 kasi meron tayong equal to symbol. So, going to the left tayo niyan dito. So, magko-coincide silang dalawa. So therefore, this will be the range of values. So between -1 and +4. Inclusive, no? Kasi meron na tayong equal to symbol. So since may equal to symbol tayo, so kasali yung -1 and yung 4 sa solutions natin. So therefore, we will use this sign, no? Na included siya. Itong may brace na sign na to. Brace or bracket, no? So ganyan na siya. Hindi siya naka-parenthesis. So di tulad kanina, na wala naman silang equal to symbol, so naka-ano sila? Naka-parenthesis lang sila. Now, let's have the next case, no? So now we will have inequalities involving greater than symbols. So let's consider an absolute value number that is greater than or equal to 4. So this says that whatever p is, it must be at least a distance of 4 from the origin. No? At least 4 dapat yung distance niya. So ang range lang doon, ang possible range lang doon, is either all values that are less than -4, less than or equal to -4, and p that is greater than or equal to 4. So meaning maglagay akong boundaries doon, no? So +4 tsaka -4. So lahat daw ng values less than -4, sabi dito, or equal to 4, so lahat daw ng numbers dyan, ito yung origin, no? Take note natin yung origin. So lahat daw ng mga numbers na nandito, yung distance nila away from the origin will always be greater than or equal to 4. So tama nga naman, no? Kuwari si -8 dyan. Ang distance ng -8 away from the origin is 8. And of course, 8 is greater than 4. No? So ganun din if ano man siya, -4 man siya. So distance of -4 to the origin is 4. Yun yung distance niya. And pasok pa rin tayo sa statement, no? 4 is still greater than or equal to 4. Tama pa rin yun. Pero if you choose a number here, such as -2, ang distance niyan away from the origin is 2, o hindi kasali yan kasi ang rule natin dapat ang distance niya away from the origin is greater than 4. So we do not consider values here. Okay? Ganon din dito sa after ng 0, no? Yung mga positive numbers. So between here to here, 0 hanggang 4, so hindi yan kasali kasi ang distance lang nila away from the origin is less than 4. Hindi sila 4 or hindi sila greater than 4. Ngayon also, we consider values that are greater than or equal to 4. Let's say +7 ngayon dito. So si +7, of course, ang distance niya away from the origin is 7. So 7 is greater than 4. So pasok siya. So ganoon na rin all values greater than +4. So ito yung range of values natin. Itong dalawang to. Extending towards -infinity and +infinity. So we could have a similar inequality with the greater than symbol, no? So kasi example natin is greater than or equal. So similar result. So therefore, we have these principles, no? If an absolute value is greater than or equal to some value b that is positive, then it can either mean that, or all values of p that will become valid in this inequality are all values of p that is less than or equal to -b, or all values of p that is greater than or equal to b. So the same applies if ano lang siya, no? Greater than symbol lang siya. So less than symbol lang dito, tsaka greater than symbol lang dito. So walang equal to. Now let's solve the inequality. So absolute value of 2x minus 3 is greater than 7. So using the formula kanina, so ito yung two possible choices or ito yung two possible equations. na pagkukuhanan natin ng solutions. So it's either less than -7 siya or greater than +7. So we solve these inequalities separately. So first, dito solve muna natin to. So solving for x, transpose natin yung -3. So may siyang +3. So 2x is less than -4. Divide both sides by 2. Since nag-divide ako ng positive number, hindi magbabago yung symbol. So x is less than -2. Now let's solve the other here. So transpose natin yung -3. This becomes 7 plus 3. So 2x is greater than 10. So divide both sides by 2, x is greater than 5. So ngayon lahat daw ng values. So ito yung number line ulit. So lahat daw ng values less than uh, -2. So lahat daw ng numbers less than -2. Tsaka lahat daw ng numbers greater than 5. I-consider natin. Okay? Except for 2 and 5 pala. So since hindi tayo, walang equal to sa symbol nila, so hindi kasali si -2 and -5. So exclusive sila. So now how do we combine this into interval notation? Paano natin siya i-notate? So since hindi kasali si -2 and -5, so ang symbol nila is parenthesis lang. Okay? So lahat daw ng values less than 2. So meaning, from -infinity hanggang -2. No, considered lahat ng values na yon. So meron tayong isang interval notation which is -infinity and -2. Take note si -infinity, lagi siyang may parenthesis. No? Hindi kasali yung infinity sa solution actually. Kasi infinity is an undefined number. So since di tayo sigurado, hindi natin siya masasali sa solution set. Now the other naman, x is greater than 5. Lahat daw ng numbers between 5 and positive infinity. So kasali sa sagot ng no? Sa kasali sa sa equation na to or sa inequality na to. So considered sila. So between 5 and positive infinity. So excluding 5 tayo, so parenthesis lang siya. Again, walang equal to symbol. And then towards infinity, and then since infinity is a undefined number, so hindi siya pwedeng makasali sa solution set. So lahat lang ng numbers between 5 and infinity ang kasali. So meaning you can substitute a value like -500, pwede yun. Yun naman positive 1 million. Kung mag-substitute ka ng positive 1 million, pasok pa rin yung statement na yan. Maski -500 million pa yan. So pasok yan sa statement. So that is absolute value inequalities, no? So that ends the absolute value inequalities. Let's proceed with what we call as higher degree inequalities. So let's say you're presented this problem, no? Solve the inequality x squared plus 15 is less than 8x. So higher degree means that the variable or one of the variables have a degree that is greater than 1. So gaya nito, no? Squared siya. So how do we approach this type of inequality? So since siya, no? Squared siya, so meaning quadratic siya. So let's rewrite this inequality as this one. So meaning lahat daw ng mga terms nasa left side, tapos iiwan ka lang ng 0 sa right side. So since this is a quadratic equation, it takes the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. No? So less than 0. So now, as you can see, x squared minus 8 plus 15 is a trinomial. So you can factor that out using any method. So pag na-factor out na siya, ito siya, no? X minus 3 times x minus 5. So less than 0. So according to this statement, the inequality will become true when the product of x minus 3 and x minus 5 is negative. No? Kasi nga, ang condition natin, dapat ang sagot kapag pinag-times ko daw tong dalawa, less than 0. So, dapat negative yung isang product nila. Or yung product ng dalawa, negative. So, therefore, in that case, no, hanapin natin yung range of values na magpapa-negative sa product nila. Okay? So, therefore, we have to find the so-called critical values of the product. So, the critical values of the product are the values that make these factors 0 because they represent where the product may change signs. So, the critical values, therefore, are 3 and 5. So, makukuha mo lang yan if you set either of the products equal to 0. So, kuwari, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So, x is 3. So, ito yung isang critical value. And then next naman, x minus 5 is equal to 0. X is equal to 5. So, this is another critical value. So, critical value sila kasi if we choose another value of x, let's say x is equal to 2. So, pag naglagay ako ng 2 dito, so 2 minus 3, plus 2 minus 5. So, 2 minus 3, that is a negative number. So, negative 1. Tapos 2 minus 5, that is negative 3. So, pag tinimes ko itong dalawa, positive yung sagot. Pero if nag-choose ako ng number, let's say 4, x is equal to 4. So, kung magiging 4 ito, 4 dito. So, 4 minus 3 is positive 1. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. So, yung product, hindi na siya positive. So, negative na siya. So, meaning parang may turning point, no? Sa value ng 3. Kapag less than 3 siya, nag-positive yung sagot, nag-positive yung product. Pero nung nag-choose ako ng number greater than 3, nag-negative bigla yung product. So, parang may turning point tayo sa 3 or sa x is equal to 3. Ganon din sa x equals 5. So, if nagpili ka ng x equals 4 or x equals 6, magkakaroon ng pagbabago sa signage ng product ng x minus 3 and x minus 5. So, therefore, 3 and 5 are critical values. So, ano yung papakita din naman natin yun? Now, what we're going to do is we place the critical numbers on the number line. Okay? So, ito yung number line. Pinlat ko yung critical numbers na 3 and 5. So, i-divide na natin siya. So, maglalagay tayo ng boundary sa critical numbers. So, as you can see, na-divide siya into 3 intervals. So, all values less than positive 3, all values greater than positive 5, and all numbers between 3 and 5. So, yun yung 3 intervals natin. So, ang gagawin natin, we need to find the sign of the products of x minus 3 and x minus 5 on each of the intervals to find the solutions. Okay? So, vertical lines are drawn through each critical value. Yung yung boundary. Pag sinabi nating dash line, that indicates that the critical value is not part of the solution. And a solid line indicates otherwise. So, since ang natin, di ba kanina x minus 3 times x minus 5 is less than 0. So, since less than yung symbol natin, naka-dash line sila, no, yung critical values natin. So, meaning hindi kasali si 3 and 5. Kasi pa nag-substitute tayo ng 3, so 3 minus 3, so 0 na yon, 0 times x minus 5, less than 0. So 0 less than 0, which is a false statement. Kasi 0 is not less than 0. Di bali na lang kung saan ang may equal sign or equals to dito sa inequality. Pero hindi siya, no? Ganun din for x equals 5. So if 5 naman yung sinubstitute ko, 5 minus 3 times 5 minus 5. So 0 din ito. 0 times 5 minus 3 is still 0. 0 is not less than 0. So therefore, dashed line lang tayo sa critical values. Now, let's write down yung x minus 3 tsaka x minus 5. Next, select an arbitrary number in the interval as a test value and determining whether each factor is positive or negative in the test value. So let's say for the interval to the left of 3, let us select a test value less than 3. No? So kunwari, ano ba yung number less than 3? Let's say negative 1. No? Or 0, sige, para mas easy. So kung let's say we choose the value 0. Ano yung magiging sign ng negative 3? Ay ng x minus 3 kapag nag-substitute ako ng 0. So 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Okay? So meaning lahat ng values daw less than 3, magiging negative daw yung sign ng x minus 3. So isulat natin yun dito. Negative. Okay? Next naman is si x minus 5. Pag nag-substitute ako ng value that is less than 3, so let's say 0 ulit. So 0 minus 5 is negative 5. So negative din yung mga symbol niya. So for all values less than 3, negative yung x minus 3 tsaka negative yung x minus 5. Now let us repeat the step for the rest of the intervals. Let's say between 3 and 5. So let's say 4. No? Now pag nag-substitute ako ng 4, ano yung magiging sign nitong dalawang products na to or dalawang factors? So 4 minus 3, that is equal to positive 1. So meaning, positive lahat ng values ng x minus 3 kapag nag-substitute ako ng value between 3 and 5. Laging positive. Next naman, x minus 5. Nag-substitute ako ng 4. So 4 minus 5. Answer is negative 1. So therefore, lahat ng value between 3 and 5, pag sinubstitute ko sa x minus 5, laging negative yung sagot. So maglagay tayo ng negative. Now let's move on to the next interval. So greater than 5, let's say 6 na lang. So pag nag-substitute ako ng 6 dito sa x minus 3, 6 minus 3, that is equal to positive 3. So positive dapat dito niyan, no? Nagkamali na naman ako dito. Yan. Positive. And then if nag-substitute ako ng 6 sa x minus 5, 6 minus 5, that is positive 1. So lagay tayo ng positive. Ayan, naging positive na pala siya dito. So now the sign for the problem written below the number line in each interval is determined by the signs of the factor in that interval. So again, recall that our inequality is x minus 3 times x minus 5 is less than 0. Ngayon, since itong x minus 3 times x minus 5, meaning, pagta-times daw natin itong dalawa. So, tignan natin ngayon yung sign. Kapag yung negative, nag-times ako ng negative, kasi ngayon yung operation natin dito eh. So, if nag-times ako ng negative sa negative, so ang answer dyan is positive. So, ngayon, therefore, lahat ng values of x that is less than 3, laging positive yung ano mo nun, yung sagot. No? If you select a number that is less than 3, lahat ng sagot mo will become positive. Next naman, between 3 and 5, pag nag-times ako ng positive sa negative, ang sagot will always be negative. So meaning if nag-substitute ako ng value between 3 and 5, ang laging sagot ko niyan sa problem ko will be negative. And the next naman dito sa kanan, positive times positive will always be positive. So meaning if nag-select ako ng value of x greater than 5, this inequality sa left-hand side will always be a positive number. Okay? So we then select the intervals that satisfy the inequality. Okay? Since ang inequality natin is less than 0, so meaning ang ine-entertain lang natin are those numbers that are negative lang. So meaning we select the interval that are negative in this sign chart, which is this one, no? Kapag in-apply na natin yung product. So meaning ito lang yung entertain natin na interval. Itong may negative sign lang. So meaning ang pasok lang sa ano natin is between 3 and 5 lang. So the solution set is therefore 3 to 5, no? So you can either use the inequality notation or the interval notation. So again, gagana lang yung inequality natin for values between 3 and 5 only. Okay? So test natin yon, no? So again, pili tayo ng number less than 3. Let's say 0 nga. 0 squared plus 15 less than 8 times 0. 0 squared is 0. Tapos may 5 tayo dito. Ah, wait lang. 8 times 0 is 0. 15 pala to, no? 15 is less than 0. 15 is not less than 0. So, mali siya. So, meaning hindi pasok lahat ng numbers banda dito, no? Yung mga numbers na less than 3. If naglagay ako ng number that is greater than 5, let's say 6. So, 6 squared plus 15 is less than 8 times 6. 36 plus 15 less than 48. 36 plus 15 is 51. Less than 48. So, mali itong statement na to. So, therefore, hindi pasok talaga lahat ng numbers greater than 5. And then, kung between 3 and 5 naman, let's say 4. So, 4 squared plus 15 is equal to 8 times 4. Ay, less than 8 times 4. 16 plus 15 is less than 32. 16 plus 15, 31 yon, less than 32. So, tama itong statement na to. And that holds true between values from 3 to 5. Excluding 3 to 5, no? So, as you can see, naka-parenthesis lang kasi ang symbol natin na nakadikit sa 3 tsaka sa 5, less than lang sila. Walang equal to. Okay? Now, let's proceed with rational inequalities. So again, when we say rational, that involves fractions, no, sa algebraic expression natin. So let's solve the inequality. Ngayon, ang procedure dito is almost the same lang naman as the higher degree inequalities. So meron din tayong tinatawag na critical values for this one. So again, the inequality is compared to 0 and the numerator and denominator are already factored na. Okay? So we can see that the critical values for the problem are the solutions x equals 0. Kasi pag nag-substitute ako ng 0 sa x, so magzi-0 na yung denominator mo nun. Tapos x minus 3 is equal to 0 and x plus 4 is equal to 0. So ito yung ways of determining the critical value. Isa-set mo lahat ng factors equal to 0. Tapos solve for x nun. So ito, yun na mismo yung critical value niya, 0. Ito naman, x minus 3 equals 0. Transpose mo yung negative 3. So, x is equal to 3. And then, for this one naman, yung positive 4, transpose mo sa right side. So, x is negative 4. So, therefore, we have 3 critical values. So, since the inequality sign is greater than or equal to, so values that make the numerator 0 are solutions, no? Kasi 0 is a numerator divided by anything greater than or equal to 0. Di ba 0 over anything is still 0? 0 is greater than or equal to 0. Pwede siya. Kasi meron tayong equal to dito. Okay? So as you can see sa number line, pagdating sa positive 3, kasi yun yung magpapa-0 sa numerator, no? Yung positive 3. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So since ano nga, greater than or equal to tayo, so si 3, magkakaroon tayo ng solid line sa kanya. So kasali si 3 sa solution natin. However, if we look at negative 4 and 0, no? Nag-dash line tayo dito. So yung negative 4, pag naglagay ako negative 4 dito, negative 4 plus 4 times negative 4. So negative 4 plus 4 is 0, di ba? So 0 times negative 4, 0. Ngayon yung denominator mo. So in terms of fractions, no? A 0 denominator, bawal yan. Okay? So yung negative 4, it makes the denominator equal to 0. So meaning they're not part of the solution. So again, bawal kasi tayo mag-divide ng 0. So since bawal mag-divide ng 0, bawal si negative 4. Kasi masi-0 yung denominator dahil sa kanya. So ano lang tayo, no? Dash line lang tayo sa negative 4. Ganun din for 0, no? Substitute ng 0, 0 din yung denominator. So bawal yung 0 na denominator, so therefore bawal si 0. So dash line. Okay? So now, ganun din yung procedure niyan, no? Sa katulad nung kanina, magta-test tayo ulit ng mga values from each interval. In this case, we have 4 intervals, no? Isa dito, isa dito, isa dito, isa dito. And then, i-plot natin lahat ng mga factors. So, si x minus 3, tapos si x, tapos si x plus 4. Kasi determine natin yung signs nila, gaya nito. So, what if pili tayo ng number less than 4? Let's say negative 5. Negative 5 minus 3, negative 8. So, negative sign yan. No, lahat ng value less than negative 4, magiging negative sa ano natin, sa x minus 3. Sa x naman, pag nag-substitute ka ng negative 5, o malamang negative na yon, no? So, yun, negative. And then, if you substitute negative 5 dito, plus 4, answer is still negative pa din. Now, let's proceed with numbers between negative 4 and 0. So, let's say negative 2. So, negative 2 minus 3, negative pa din yung sagot dyan. Sa x naman, kung gagawin kong negative 2 yung x, so malamang negative din siya. And then, si x plus 4, so negative 2 plus 4, so that is positive na siya nun, no? So, negative 2 plus 4 is a positive number. So, magpa-plus sign tayo dito. Next, let's proceed with numbers between 0 and 3. Let's say, positive 2 na, no? So, 2 minus 3 is still a negative number. Now, pag nag-substitute ako ng 2 sa x, so obviously, positive number na yan. Okay? And then, x plus 4, so 2 plus 4 is positive ngayon. Ay, 2 plus 4 is 6. So, positive 6 yun. So, positive tayo dito. Now, let's have a value that is greater than 3. No? Let's say 5. So, 5 minus 3, that is now positive 2. So, positive ngayon tayo sa x minus 3. And then, pag nag-substitute ako ng 5 sa x, so positive na yon. And then, dito naman sa x plus 4, so 5 plus 4 is positive 9. So, positive siya nun. Now, let's plot it na sa buong rational expression. X minus 3 over x times x plus 4. So, ngayon, magsasubstitute ako ng ah, negative na tayo niyan sa numerator dito. So, what if numerator natin is negative daw? Tapos sa denominator, may mag-multiply na x times x minus 4. So, meaning sa denominator, may multiply na negative tsaka negative dito. Okay? So, imagine niyo to na, na fraction. Negative yung numerator sa taas, tapos ang denominator mo, magne-negative, mag-multiply yung negative sa negative. As we all know, negative times negative, that is positive. So, a negative numerator and a positive denominator, that is still a negative fraction, no? Negative yung answer doon. Next naman dito, if magne-negative sa numerator daw, yun yung x minus 3, tapos sa denominator daw, magta-times yung isang negative tsaka isang positive. So, ano yung magiging sagot nun? So, numerator ko daw negative, sa denominator ko, magta-times yung negative tsaka positive. So, ang result doon is negative. So, if may negative sa numerator, negative sa denominator, ang sagot doon is positive. Next naman dito, between 0 and 3. So, sa numerator daw is negative. Sa denominator, magmumultiply yung dalawang positive. So, positive times positive, that is positive. And then, a numerator that is negative divided by a positive denominator, that is still negative. And then dito naman, lahat sila positive, no? So, magiging positive yung numerator mo. Sa denominator, positive times positive is still positive. Positive divided by positive, that is positive. So now, based on the inequality sign, we want values that are greater than or equal to 0. So meaning yan, lahat ng positive, yun yung gusto natin. Kasi greater than 0 yung gusto natin. So meaning, pipiliin natin yung interval na may result na positive. So this is this interval, no, between 4 and 0, tsaka lahat ng values greater than positive 3. Okay? So now, in interval notation, we write it as negative 4 to 0. Negative 4 to 0. Naka-parenthesis sila kasi sa 4 tsaka sa 0, naka-dash line lang tayo, no? Hindi sila kasali kasi nagpapa-0 sila sa denominator. And, so yung symbol na tong letter U, end yan, no? So, end symbol. And yung lahat ng numbers greater than 3. So, 3 hanggang infinity yan. No? So, 3 hanggang infinity. Yung infinity, syempre, hindi kasali kasi undefined yung number na yon. Pero si 3, since solid line siya, kasali siya sa solution, so maglalagay tayo ng bracket. So therefore, this is the interval notation. So all values of x between -4 and 0, exclusive sila, no? Exclusive kasi ano lang sila, parenthesis. And all values of x greater than or equal to 3. So kasali sila. So that ends the discussion. So again, if you have any questions, you can ask your instructor, or if there are any corrections dito along the way or throughout the recording, so paki-message kaagad yung instructor ninyo. So para ma-address yung correction. Okay? So thank you for taking the time to watch the recording, and I wish you good luck on your future requirements.